flooded right now with activity.
Exactly. Right now, 42 of Smoke Fan just passed WVU Fan.
It looks like that we're shaping back out. On my screen it looks like the 9 is in the wall.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because we just went under caution, everybody. So
okay.
That might reboot it for us, which I'm able to see their live stream as well. So I'm kind of right now. Smoke Fan is first place, WVU Fan in 2, second. Pat's Ace third, Jay Hyper fourth, then Noco. He's made his way up to 5th, and that one guy's in 6th, Bags in 7th, NRG in 8th, Bullet in 9th, and Sob Max in 10th, AK Racing in 11th, and from there on back, I'm not able to see, but I'm just hoping our screen comes back here to us. Like I said, I can see it on the live screen. They're running just fine.
What's the live feed that I can watch?
Jason Keffer. Jason Keffer.
Yeah.
On YouTube. Oh, they came back. Never mind. They came back to green. This only happens every once in a while, guys.
Sorry
and the guys
about that,
in the race think. Yeah, the guys in the race probably think they're crazy because on their screen it's perfectly fine, and they're racing, slicing and dicing, and it's just on our screen, and it happens sometimes when you get a big party like this. The 18 car lagged out. He is on pit road, so Fluffy.
Big
wreck in the back. As we got the 88,
we got
the 1, the 78, 43. As I believe we're under caution again. Wow, that was a big one, guys. I think what happened is Fluffy's internet every once in a while is a little funny because at Panama, he's in a disaster zone. I'm surprised he even has internet, to be honest. And the last time we watched the race with the 18, he was up there the whole time. But his car was spinning in circles, I believe, Will, you was watching that live stream. And the whole time it kind of threw everybody off because his car was ghosted out on the screen, just going in circles. And it's a shame because he's so fast. He's always up there in the top. As we've seen, I just seen that, one of our top drivers said, hey, my fault, this was kind of sprung up at the last minute, guys. No one had all week to really prepare for this. They had maybe some of these guys worked all day and had a couple hours to prepare for this. Some people already had good Pocono set up. So, I mean, it's all about how much time you spend on the game whenever you're racing these big, huge races like this,
Oh, absolutely.
Sometimes you better think first before you want to dive head first into a league and say, hey, I want to get out there with Smoke Fan. That's what I thought too.
You might sign up for something you're not really fully acclimated to be with.
That's right. Just exactly. And that's what we're trying to do here. We like I said, if you guys were C-class drivers in the esports, we will make a league for the We will make a league for you guys. If you guys were B-class and you like running customs, we got
Jay Hyper making a big move on the outside of the.
Yeah, it looks like the 24's in the wall.
Fan, yeah. He got up into the wall and it grabbed him like a magnet. It seemed like, and he lost about 10 positions there. That's tough to see we only had 24 laps in stage 2, so I need to see how many laps we got left to go. As these laps are clicking off pretty quick here.
We got the 43 up against the wall. I think he's Kyle Larson. Maybe he's trying something a little different. I've seen him up there.
We still got we still got 12 laps. When it comes to the line, it's gonna be 11 laps to go in stage 2.
Well,
so a 50% race at Pocono goes by. Dark horse.
Who's your dark horse?
Yeah.
One of the newer guys. Who would you pick from?
I'll tell you what, man.
They're not so familiar with here.
Noco, man. I tell you what, they're going to be surprised about this guy.
AK racing in the 72.
AK as well.
He's always ready to put on a show. He's a very fast guy. He's going to have to get used to. He's very aggressive, but he's fast.
Right, he's aggressive. Right,
he's aggressively fast. On these long runs, he might have to, get used to running the long runs.
Right.
You can't use your stuff up very quick.
Right. That's what these guys are looking for more. I mean, anybody they can give a setup to, and they're going to be fast. But they want to know the guys that can actually handle that setup and be able to make moves with it safely and with your, use your head. I mean, sometimes, when you're in a 60-lap race and you're faster than somebody else, just, you know, sit back there 80% throttle, like, I mean, and just wait for the chance to open up. Don't force it, you know. When forcing it's not good, you know. And that's what they're looking for. So, but they were very impressed on speed, you know, alone.
We're under caution here, guys.
Yeah, I didn't. Let me see if I can go to the back here. I see there the 15, I believe, Bullet.
It's the 78 car and I think it's the 11 car and also the 72 that got mixed up in that. I don't know if they got involved in the accident.
I know the 78 is AJ tonight. AJ's driving a new car tonight. He's driving the 78. He normally drives the 11 or the 19. Tonight he said, you know, if someone else wants to run that number, go ahead. I'll run this number. He is one of our top 50 guys, and I know they go straight from qualifying straight to the race, and he still might be, you know, getting his qualifying setup worked over to his race setup. You know, sometimes it takes a minute to get it tuned in exactly the way you want it. The track could change. Me and you seen that the other day, didn't we, Will?
Oh yeah, definitely.
that track changed big time, and I didn't know that happened in this game, but it does.
And there's a lot of things that when you get on this game that you have to learn. Sometimes it's all right to let off the gas pedal. Some of these guys think that they have an extra. They both bought the DLC pack where they get an extra 100 horsepower diving off into turn one, and that never makes for a good race at all. You know,
never.
You're not that much faster than the guy. You have the same exact equipment, no matter if it's a Ford, a Toyota, a Chevrolet. You have the same motor package. It's just you have to learn how to race around people. It's not about always being fast. It's about showing a little respect. You know, it's all right to let off the gas pedal. It's going to be another lap right after the one you're on here.
Exactly. You know how I got noticed here at Impact, Will? AJ Storm threw me in a race with these guys one night at Bristol, at all places, and I had the game for maybe a week. And I went about I went about 8 laps down, but you know what? I did not slow nobody down.
Smoke fans sticking his nose in there.
Yeah, it looks like Smoke Feather is going to take the lead.
His muscles, man. He's really putting on the show. He's fell back twice.
But the 19, that one guy ain't going to let it go too easy there. They're going to go side by side there into turn 2.
Bags and Slade, they're up in the top 5 now, as you can see. Bags, like I said.
Hyper's he's really good also. He's been in the top 5 all day, pretty much. He didn't start there, but he put the car there, and he's keeping it there. And it's really hard with the level of competition that's out there on that track right now.
You're exactly right. It's going to be tough for anybody to beat Smoke, but they're giving it a heck of a shot, ain't they?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they are.
But y'all are seeing
what's going to have to take is Smoke's going to have to beat itself.
Exactly.
He's really class of the field right now, for sure.
And he's comfortable. See, here's the thing. When you're out front at a track like this and you got 6 guys behind you lined up, you got nice, clean air. All them guys behind you got this dirty, crazy air, and you're able to, you don't have to burp it going into the corners. You can just hold your line, where if you're in the draft, you're going 2 or 3, 4 miles an hour.
Oh, we got
a car off in
the back here. I believe that's the 15 of Bullet. I want to be correct on that.
No. It's NOCO in the 15.
Yeah, NOCO's in the 15.
Yeah. One of the guys that got moved up from the developmental series last night. He put on a clinic last night. Him and AK.
Him and AK. Really, that was very
last night.
Right, for 2 o'clock in the morning, that our inaugural race here on the midnight broadcasting network. I'm gonna be honest with
you. We was literally putting in setups for an Xfinity car, for actually put them in Cup car for AAA. Then we put them in Xfinity car. Then we got we noticed it was Xfinity car in Michigan. So it was all a big struggle, a big mess. But when we actually got there and got it going at 1:41 in the morning, we actually kicked it off. Midnight Racing League kicked it off proper.
We did.
It was after midnight. So,
and
we had a
it
blast.
makes me happy, bro, because I got a lot of new faces that I get to run with all the time. You know, I get to run with daily because I mean, sometimes we were like, we would intentionally not want to get in A class just so we could run together in B class because we knew how to work together that well, and we could throw.
We didn't want one guy to make it out of our group and the other 2, 3 not make it. So
right. So we would sandbag. We'd be like, hey man, we gotta slow down a little, you know.
Y'all thought I was crazy because when I made an A class and I was complaining about it, like everybody thought I was crazy. Like I don't know any one of these guys. I think it's a great opportunity for a lot of guys to mix it up. And you know, have some fresh faces, and everybody gets an opportunity. And you know, like this is actually, you know, it is what it is. You make it what it is.
Oh yeah, and it looks like that the 3 car has moved his way up there, up into 2nd place, ahead of that one guy there.
You know what? That
Sladega.
I couldn't. Slade. I could not. I couldn't call him a dark horse.
In the grass.
Oh, and it looks like the wall ended up hitting in. No, it looks like
bags on the inside wall here.
Oh yeah, he's around. He saved it, but I don't know. There's only 2 laps to go when they come to the line. 2 laps to go in stage 2. So that's why it's getting so aggressive. But back to Slade. Slade was a big part of this, man. He does a lot of work on YouTube. Him and AJ Storm, Saints. He must be working tonight because
all the admins that I've met so far, are really. I mean, they're fast racers, but that's not what it's all about here. They're really classy guys.
Exactly.
You know, yeah, everybody seems really professional.
Right. If you accidentally bump somebody, you're not going to get suspended for 2 weeks, and you know, it's just we're trying to have more fun than it is more about. You know, some people take it serious. It is going to be serious, but we realize accidents happen. It's racing.
Oh yeah.
Last night, I'm not going to lie, we was so nervous. Like I'm just, you know, we was all palm sweating. Like our parties, we was talking to each other, and it was like we kept having issues on getting to the screen, and I mean, we just couldn't wait for it to get started. So I can feel these guys' pain right now. They probably calmed down a little bit. A lot of these guys are top guys that are used to racing really fast. They're used to putting on a show. And, you know,
these guys, these guys run with each other a lot. And wait till Slade gets up there to the 42. That's why I couldn't call him a dark horse, but. Man, he's the one guy that I've noticed can run with smoke on a consistent basis. I mean, he's always there. I mean, he's an aggressive guy. He's only 16 years old, but he deserves to be in that.
That's a big statement, because I'm going to tell you, I've never got to race with a smoke fan, but I'm going to tell you, his name echoes around esports, around every lobby in the Heat series. I mean, he's really, a lot of guys look up to him. A lot of guys know he's bad fast at every track.
He just won. That was our winner of stage 2 there, guys.
Yep, Smoke Fan took stage 2.
Yeah, he's got the car here tonight to beat, as Jay Hyper fell all the way back to 11th and 12th here. We got Bullet in 7th, AJ Storm in 8th, Bags in 9th, Sop Max in 10th, Jay Hyper in 11th, AK in 12th, WVU Fan in 13th, Noco and Diesel Piles, and Fluffy must have lagged out there as he's 20 laps down. But just the live feed that I can see, I can only see the back half of the field, which we can see the first that we know, and first, second, and third we got Smoke Fan, Slade, and that one guy. So let me see if I can get back here to 4th, 5th, and 6th and give you guys that update. We got the 43 and the 20, and I know one of them.
Figure out who we're calling that one guy.
He's in the 19. He's in that orange car, third. Yeah, he's at 19.
I'm telling you, I thought I had a message that said the 19 car was AJ Storm, but you're saying he's in the 78 car. I don't have a 78 car on my list.
That's
here.
AJ.
Okay.
Yeah, AJ's in the 78. I was just looking on the onboard feed, and he's actually about 2 rows in front of as a WVU fan. Exactly. I can see he has a break, guys.
Oh, everybody we got big contact there with the 43. Big wreck
we got
in
around
the end
43. We just had the big one at the tricky triangle, and that's why it's called the 88. The 20 are spinning around. Wow, guys, that's why they call it the tricky triangle.
Oh yeah.
You know, turn 2, you have to get in turn 2 single file. If you're not, if you try to go in turn 2 too wide, it usually does not work out too well. That's what I mean, you can run turn 1, you know, and turn 3, but it's just one of them tracks. Turn 2, you better have your stuff together when you get into turn 2 and be lined up, because it's just so hard. If you're on the outside, more than likely you're going to hit that wall on exit, because you got to get down there almost to the grass to hit that corner just right to make full speed entry with these custom setups that these guys got. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
These guys are running setups. Some have put hours in, some have put, you know, days in, some have put weeks in, like a smoke fan.
Right.
It's just, you know, it's all about how you set your car up, and you learn your car.
And
you know, a lot of guys
that's another thing.
You may be fast in esports, but when it comes over here to really play with the big boys, you really have to figure this car out to get it on the long run and get it competitive on the long run.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yep, and it looks like here
the 3 car now. If anybody's gonna have anything for him, that 3 car. If
he got it to the wall a little bit.
Yeah, if the 19 and 3 can work together, which I know he got on the outside there, as you see the bags has already worked himself right up back to 3rd. You know, that's what the cream's going to rise to the top here at this track, because it's a driver's track. Bags got into an accident, went all the way to the back, and look where he's at. Back up to 3rd. And
yeah, he's very racy. He looks very racy from the start.
Yeah.
My pick, Pat's Ace, he's running about mid-pack right now. But I promise you, this show's over. This is the longest stage of the race, actually. And
AJ Storm's up to 6th place. I'm on board, and WVU fans up to 7th, pushing him, and that's kind of impressive there. I noticed that at the very beginning, and back in the traffic, he was up in AJ Storm was in a lot of just, you know, junk that happened around him, and now he's up here just getting up to the leaders and got a really good long run car. As we're at 23 to go in the race, so
Bag's sticking his nose in there, trying to take a peek on the 19.
Oh, the 19 just swung out there. Looks like he's gonna try and make a move there on smoke. I don't know if he'll close it there.
See if Bags gets up there and see if they can get around this smoke fan. See if they can get around the 42. They're looking really racy.
Oh yeah.
On the inside.
Here comes the 24, guys. I'm telling you, he's bringing that second pack along. But, yeah, that's what they're going to have to do, is Bags and 19 and get together.
Slade jumps on the outside. Yeah. It looks like he's going to be working with smoke fans, see if they can get these 4 cars
that second pack,
trying to break away.
Right, that second pack is salivating right now. They're saying, thank you guys.
Appreciate that.
Well, it looks like that one guy there took the lead there with the 9, and it looks like we got a caution out here.
Caution, guys. Yeah, it looked like in the back. Yeah, it happened behind somewhere around 9th, 10th back, because I was on board with WVU, and I seen somebody get loose coming out of 3, and it looked like they just come down and totally lost it there. But right now, man, Slade's in 4th, WVU's all the way back at the 5th, Pat's Ace is in 6th, AJ's in 7th, Diesel Piles in 8th, Saab in 9th, Noco in 10th.
Looks like we got some guys going to pit road there. We got a couple of guys going to pit road for fuel, because they're estimated.
I was thinking about that.
Out here.
Yeah, they only got about 17 laps left as far as fuel goes, so they're all going to have to pit at least once.
So if we don't have another caution, fuel's going to be a factor, right? Some guys stayed out.
Green flag stop.
All right, because I know some of these guys, they run 3-gear setups, and they're able to save 5 or 6 laps of fuel being able to use 4th gear. So if it comes down to fuel, that's why some of these guys might have stayed out. So you're going to have some new names up here in the front, like the 20. We haven't seen him up here in the front all night, and here he's in 2nd place now, as 19's liking what he's seeing.
Well, it looks like that the 96 are going to the wall a little bit there.
NRG.
Yeah, that's NRG. And I haven't talked about him much tonight, but he's another guy that came in. WVU fan and Bags are right there. Or no, that's Smoke fan in 3rd. So
we got a couple cars getting loose. Pat's Ace.
Well, it looks like we got a wreck in the back there.
We're getting a little bit, there.
19 to go.
And back there in the back row there. off the top rope. Looks like.
Yeah, we got a caution again. It looks like, guys.
Okay.
So now the fuel picture's out the window. I mean, now they can probably have enough gas. Right.
You're gonna have guys that maybe aren't paying attention to their fuel. Maybe aren't paying attention to the lap clicker. They might be living in the moment and want that track position.
As I just seen,
we might see another caution anyway, guys. These guys are very racy here tonight.
One of our guys made a mistake and he said, "Sorry, man. You know that's how it is here. They don't get mad at each other. It's just they play nice. It's for fun. You know."
A lot of times you may see something on your screen that somebody might not see on their screen, and you know. I mean, it is. You're playing over the internet. Everybody's internet speed's not the same. Everybody's line's not the same. You might have a bubble glitch, or you know, it's different things that come into this, guys. It's not just peas and carrots all the time.
Exactly. As I noticed that my spotter when I'm online, he is way off. He'll be like clear and low, and I run the nose view.
That guy,
dude.
He'll put you in the trailer. He'll put you in the hauler quick.
Yeah.
I'm Ryan here on board with
view is so fast.
I'm Ryan on board here with the 15, trying to get a view of what's going on here in the pack.
Big contact, 24, 20. They 11,
3, 15.
Man. Chain reaction there.
Definitely gonna be a caution there as they slow back down.
I'm hoping now they get this back together and give us some green flag run for this 25 PSA car.
They definitely will.
I know they're all wanting it bad. This is the opening. You know, last night was the teaser race pretty much.
Right.
And tonight was the opener race. Right.
This is the big boys. This is the cream of the crop. This is what you pay to see here.
Right. This is what, like, me and Will and then even Twisted, this is where we're trying to get to. You know, we want out there with these guys, but you got to prove yourself in the developmental league first. So if you send from the back, Twisted Demon, MP Roofer, any of us friend requests, AJ Storm, Saints, Who Dat Saints, Smoke Fan, all these guys.
I'd like to say something else before we get going green. A lot of these guys, if you see them in the lobbies, like, they don't mind helping. I've been helped by Saab Max. He had no idea who I was. He was really cool about it. Like, I've been helped by a WV fan before. Slade's another one. Like, these guys don't mind helping. Like, they're really genuine cool guys, man. They don't mind, just asking. They're very approachable guys. As we go back green here.
You guys would be actually very surprised at how approachable it was. I was actually, whenever I got a party invite from Smoke Fan and FedEx one day, I was like, what they must have made a mistake or something here. And I took it. No, they said, hey, man, we need somebody that can push at Daytona. And I said, man, I'm lacking some gears. They gave me their gears, and I tell you what, I actually pushed WVU Fan, I think, the #1 in A class that night.
That's what I'm most excited about this league. I'm really excited about getting set up.
Yep.
I'm really excited about getting that opportunity to get as fast as these guys.
Exactly. If you guys ain't noticed,
more than you think it would.
If y'all look on the page, man, they have posted setups too, just to get subscribers. So if you guys need setups,
they actually did a Richmond setup. They did an Iowa setup also. Y'all might want to go check those out. And you might not be able to drive that exact setup, but you can tweak it here and there.
Exactly.
And I guarantee you're going to be going faster than a knee pit gaming, which is actually a pretty good baseline setup for you guys that do the YouTube setup thing. There's a couple of other guys out there that but these are the setups you want.
Well, I'll tell you what
you're going for.
Smoke Fan, he just gave me his exact setup.
Smoke Fan
96 around, 78.
Whoa, 43 in the 11.
Turn 2 or turn 3 is bit him again at the
47 when spinning through the air there. We got big
guys in the top 5, guys. We got a couple guys really starting to shine up here.
Is Noco and them guys making their way up there, huh? Some of the guys we haven't mentioned tonight.
The 13 car, he's from Elk Grove, California. I forget exactly which. I think that's Saab Max in the 13, correct? He's in the Lemonade car right now, I think. He's made his way up to the top 5. He hadn't been there all night. Actually, my pick, the 88 of Pat's Ace, I guess I'm a fanboy of his. I've seen him put up big numbers, and Like, he stuck his nose out. I stuck my nose out. I picked him, and now he's flexing his muscles. He's in the top 5. Made it through that incident there.
Yeah, I'll tell you though, that looked like the 72 or the 47 got up in the air and did a couple barrel rolls through the air there on that last caution. It was a big wreck.
72 is AK Racing, which was one of the guy in the 5 car from the live stream last night that really put on him and Noco put on a clinic. Noco's actually in the what car is Noco?
The 5 had Noco was in the 15, right? Yeah, last night the 5 car, he put on a heck of he was.
As you can tell Noco getting in the top 5 right now. He's just creeped up in the top 5.
I told these guys, and you know how thankful. I want to tell everybody, Noco, this 15 car, man. Great guy, man. Literally great guy.
Oh, he's third. Mixing up with Smoke fan.
Yes. Oh, he just hit the wall as we talked about it.
Big contact. Big contact.
24 round, big trouble.
Fan in the fence.
Oh, man.
On the grass. Sponsored by John
as
Deere.
we're going to... That's right. As you know how to build the brand, you got to do that. That's what keeps the sponsors happy. But anyways, Ronin Imports, guys, they make this possible for us. And Travis Braden, you guys have got to check Travis Braden out. Fortunately, I'm gonna get to watch the ARCA race in Daytona. And Travis Braden, he's really, honestly, a really fast guy. They named him a top 5 guy coming up in NASCAR, and he's sponsoring this series, guys. So y'all follow him. TR Braden, yeah.
TR Braden. Ronin Imports, don't they have a nice 3-piece wheel for? They actually have all types of import parts for you guys that love that type of scene there.
I love that scene. That and mud trucks.
I got an Eclipse, and I've checked them out quite a bit because I like going straight and fast sometimes too if the right car pulls up next to me. But
I had a 99 Civic and I was low and slow.
Oh, 78 in the wall. Just got wiped out bad by the Jay Hyper. That almost looked like Jay Hyper just almost
I just seen he was involved. I didn't see what happened. I just seen he was involved.
Jay Hyper either hit the apron or he just totally just came and wiped AJ out, and he was all the way up to 6th place. Very disappointing. Both them cars were both up in the front. I don't know if that was out of frustration or what, but we're coming to the end of the race here, and
I think we might be going green, white, checkered here to the finish.
I don't think they would be running all over each other. There's no, this is just. I wouldn't think that they would be wrecking each other on purpose, guys.
No, you're right. This is pre-season special. Like I said, it's just a teaser for a $25 card. We're trying to build up subscribers. We want everyone, like I'm gonna give everyone, some shout outs that's on the air and tuned in tonight, man. Jay Mason, thank you, man. Mr. Precy, you're always there. Thank you, bro.
Pocono Raceway.
Beak Bill, Pocono, man. Thank you, man. Too Fast Pocono. 32. Jarrett Podcast. Thank you, man. Any tips you can give us, we'll take it. Thank you for watching. Mystic Walls, Danny Jack.
Whoa, 42 on the wall.
Now that's a game changer.
Again.
As you can see, Bags, that's a game changer with Smoke getting into it because, man, he's one of our faster guys, and he's one of our cleaner, It's a really, I tell you what, this is one of those tracks. I agree with what Chris Swifter said on here. This is a very tough track to race. In packs with 19 cars on, it's a one-line track. It really, it's not suited for like too wide racing. It's just the tricky thing. You can see it. But
this isn't like racing AI either. Like AI, you can kind of predict where they're going to be. These guys are all piloting their own machine. They have the different lines. They may miss a mark here or there. You have to be really alert, and like I said before, it's okay to check up. You're gonna get your time back. This game is very aero sensitive as well. As a lot of you guys will figure out when you start playing this game.
It really is. When you're, no, go ahead, Sean. When I was in the esports lobbies, man, I just noticed when I was out front, I didn't have to burp the throttle. I could just get in the corner, let some tracks full song, and you're back there in that draft, you have to burp the throttle and work the corner. And when you're out front, you get that clean air.
Well, it looks
you don't have to do that.
Looks like the 13 here is trying to make a move on the 19 there with what is it? We're coming to 1 to go here
WVU
in
fans
the
are
race.
pushing Bags down. Yeah, this is it, guys. And the bottom line there is Bags and WVU. Pat's Ace up in the top 4. They're really gonna. Nice save. Nice save.
That was.
Yeah, but it looks like the 13 of
let's see.
Who's in the 13?
That's Saab Max.
Saab Max. There we go.
It's right now 9. I believe is just setting them up. I believe we're coming to 1 to go right here. I want to make sure.
Yep, this is the final lap of the stage here.
And WVU swings it out wide and tries to make a move. It don't quite stick. Are we going to have a caution?
In the wall.
The 9 is really in the catbird seat if it stays green. He's going to get the run on 19 if it comes. As we see the 13, 9, the 88, and the 1 are the top 5. Can 9 and the Bags catch that one guy? They're in turn 3 or they...
they're wrecking again in the back.
The 43 car.
Will the caution come out? Are they going to run back to the flag?
Whoa,
it's a big one back
24.
there. 24. I believe this. Wow. As we're going to caution, guys, I believe the race is. We're going to have a green-white checker, I believe.
Are we? Or is that the end of the race?
Let me make sure here. That could be the end of the race. I want to double-check that. But the 19 car, if it was, he was up there all night, so he would be that one guy raced a heck of a race. There was cars that were there all night.
That is the end of the race there. It looks like the 19 came away with it there with the 9
in second.
And Saab Max in third.
Pat's Ace in the 88 car.
88. Diesel Piles in 1, yeah. Then Smoke Fan, unfortunately, all the way back to 6. I know he got caught up in a mess there at the end.
Which was a really different.
Yeah, it was definitely a great race, though.
Out front all night. Yeah, that was definitely a heck of a show, guys.
He dominated the race, and it's heck for it to work out that way at the end. That's trouble.
But unfortunately, that's how it happens sometimes, guys. You know you can't. Everybody gets in there and gets racy. No one wrecks anyone on purpose. It's all just you're
exactly.
Going for it. You're basically going.
I'm gonna get some interviews here. I'm gonna get the top 3 and I'm gonna put them in the suggested chat, and you can invite them there. I just suggested Bags for you.
If you want to go ahead and re-invite them, I just made it public, so.
On in, it's Twisted's room is you'll notice his name from Discord. I promise you. That's how right.
That guy.
I'm trying to find Saab Max on here. Any of you guys got him on your friends list?
Yeah, I have him on my friends list.
You invite him to the party, and I already sent Bags an invite. Let's see, and I need to get the winner in here of that one guy as well. Let's see. I don't have him as well. I got him right here. There we go. We're gonna see if we can get the. Yeah, go ahead and there you go. Invite.
Let me go back. It said an error had occurred, guys. Hang with me. I'm trying to do it as
no
fast
problem.
as possible.
Yep, no problem.
And this
you guys,
is all
again,
new. Thanks for your patience out there, everybody that's watching. We're trying to give it all.
There's our winner, guys.
Well, congratulations on winning that race there. It was
Man, I've been waiting on that moment for so long. You just don't know.
Hey, how do you? The very first NBN race, man. You know, we're starting something up new here, trying to make it, you know, just a little different. And man, how does it feel to win the opener? The teaser. It wasn't for points, but you know, I'm sure with the class of guys out there, you're stoked right now.
Oh man, it's a great feeling coming into this race. I didn't really have the oomph that I thought I was gonna have. About 5 to 10 minutes before the race, I was only running like 50.1s, which is a lot slower than top 5 was running. And then I changed my line, made a few adjustments, ended up hitting 49.6, and then I knew I was ready to go after that. But no, it was all about the restarts, man. I had to keep the lead. I knew those guys behind me were going to be racing hard, so
He was up front all night.
Right. I was gonna ask, do you have your mic set or your audio settings set to always allow? Just make to where you can just see the cars, you know.
Hover over the cars.
Right, hover over the cars and go to like bags 9 car.
Yeah.
Right. It's if not the viewers can't see at home, but I'm sorry about that, Bags. But we seen a couple times, you know, that you got into a little incident and all of a sudden, bam, you were right back there in the top 5, and it just seemed like you had just a really good piece overall, something that could compete with Smoke Man. Right.
Yeah, man, I had good balance, and honestly, I feel like I had really good straightaway speed with my gears. But like I said, man, just couldn't really get something going there at the end. I mean, I really would like to see us race to the line there. I felt like I had a decent run coming out of turn 3 on the 19, but
right.
Yeah, I definitely. I thought that you were gonna have that bottom end speed there, but due to that last caution, unfortunately, we weren't able to see it happen.
No, that's good, man. But like I said, happy to have these guys, man. All in all, it was a good race, and it's just the beginning, man. Honestly, it's just gonna get bigger from here, bigger and better. I'm looking forward to the next race.
Absolutely.
Well,
I appreciate it, man.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations,
appreciate
great race.
We got a 3rd place finisher in here, Saab Max.
Saab Max. Came out of nowhere on that.
Yeah, and the first ever, you know, Big Boy Midnight Broadcasting Network race, man.
Saab Max right now.
Yeah, he's right here. How's it going, man?
Hey,
you had a piece?
Good.
Did you was you saving, you know, or did you just was you on pit strategy where you was able to get track position at the end? I mean, we seen you come up to the field, you know, it was kind of crazy. Our first race, Pocono's a very tough track, you know, and I've seen people trying to go too wide in the two corners, you know, in turn two, and you know things are going to happen there. So, I mean, what your strategy there just to get to the front and hold on to track position there at the end, or did you just drive your way to the front?
Well, what's funny is I didn't practice at all. I didn't.
Hey, sounds like me in Michigan last night.
We couldn't tell at all. We couldn't tell, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So I didn't even qualify. I started last. So the first lap of the race was my first lap at all. So I had Slade give me a setup, so I can thank him for this third place. But I just took those first 2 stages to learn.
Right. And
That's what
then
you
to
gotta
make
do.
adjustments to your cars, right. I mean, that's genius, man. And see, that shows what we got here at the Impact or the Midnight Broadcasting Network family, guys. Camaraderie. If someone needs help because they had to work today and needs to set up at the last second, Slade, you know, exactly. And he didn't give him a junk setup. Cool. Bam. And you know that's what we're looking for here at Midnight, man. We're trying to make this huge, and Slob, we really appreciate it, bro. And I'm glad. I know you're a busy man. You are one of the top 50 drivers. I know. I'm pretty sure in the showcase, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
You're from Elk Grove, California. What NASCAR drivers from out there?
My man Kyle Larson.
Kyle
That's what I
Larson.
thought.
You was right. Yes. Yes, sir. That's Mr. Larson for you, Roofer.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah.
Besides Max, you really put on the show, man. You flexed your muscles there at the end when it counted. Good race, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was fun, man. I thought I could go for that win, but I was just too unsure of what the car could do. But I think if we had one more lap, I could have got it.
Yeah, I was hoping for a green-white, but I kind of felt like they were going to make it y'all race back to the line, but I've never been in that scenario in the game, so I don't know how it works.
That crash happened about a half a lap too soon.
Yeah.
Too soon, right. I see big runs coming, right. I seen you getting onto the 9, fixing to make a big push there is what it looked like.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, it was going to be fun coming off turn 3. And I just got to say, man, Pocono is just a hell of a track. One of my favorites.
Yes, it is.
And they was actually logged on tonight.
They tuned in, man.
So you saw the show where it counted.
Exactly. They might invite you up there to actually run a car one time and see what you got on you know, you never know. But congratulations, Slob, and
heck of a show,
that's
man.
our first inaugural race. It's not for points
they
yet,
wanted to
guys.
do top 5. Let's do the top 5, guys. We got 2 more coming in.
All right.
Does anybody get the 4th place finisher?
The 4th place finisher, let's see.
I think it was
if you know who you are, we have the party.
Was it Pat's Ace or the one car?
It was Pat's Ace.
Pat's Ace?
Yep. And
Pat's
then,
Ace, you want to come to the party? Join us in the party?
I got
him on my friends list. Let me get him in here if I can. So I'll just left. Yeah, guys, cover a little bit while we're trying to get him in.
This is the first time. Like I said, we did. There's Pat's right there, and
there's Pat.
That was Will's pick of the night.
Yes, sir. It was.
To a lot of these races, just from me tagging him in them. Me and him's kind of buddies, and we were running together a lot of nights in B class, and he just tunes into my broadcast because I tag him in it. And
he's actually one of my friends. He's helped me a few times, man. He's a really classy guy, man. And
awesome. Yeah. Okay, y'all know each other off of
from the back. Okay, I'm from the back, so that's my what I race under, my alias.
So the 88 car, seen at maybe the first stage, you had to come from the back a few times. You got caught up in trouble, but at the end, when it mattered, you were up there in the front, man. How'd you kind of pull that off, Pats?
Well, the car, it was just so loose, man. It was weird. It's like as soon as I dove into turn 1 and let off the gas, and it'd be like the right front tire would just dig into the corner and it'd kick the rear end out. So I made some tire adjustments and went up on the wedge a little bit, and it seemed to calm it down. And I started backing up that corner a little bit more, and it was getting pretty. It was more sustainable to drive, and I feel like it more comfortable making moves.
Right. You definitely seemed like you had a fast car coming out there. I mean, do you think that you would have had anything for the 19 if you had some more time, or?
No, I don't think I had anything for the 19. Him and Smoke Fan was probably the class of the field tonight. I thought I could have probably got 3rd, and that caution didn't come out, but I think everybody was single file. It looked like everybody was going to come out single file out of 3. So, you know, I was fine finishing P4.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of wrecks out there. I mean, it was a wild race, but I mean, it was, you know, good racing all the way around. So.
Oh yeah, I mean it's hard. That track's a tough track to navigate around. You know, it's you can do so many things with runs. Then you got tight corners and you got huge corners. It's a fun track. It's one of my favorite tracks just because it's so challenging.
It's a technical.
You make one mistake, you throw away a whole lap there. It's really a technical.
Yeah, and on this game, it's to me, if you miss turn 1, you've missed the whole lap.
Yep, and me running on this track, that's the hardest part of it is nailing turn 1. I can nail turn 2 and 3, but turn 1 is always rough.
Well, I don't know if you know, but you was my pre-race pick, Pat.
Yeah, you was the top pick of the night after Smoke finishing 6th.
Way to go for that too, guys. Yeah. Appreciate that, Pat.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
That, guys.
Yeah, great racing.
I appreciate you coming and running at the, you know, the Midnight Broadcast Network. You know, one of our core guys, and we really look forward to, you know, when the season starts and wait till the points get going, guys. These guys are going to be really at it.
There's so many fast guys in here. Pat's is
Diesel Powell's on his friends list.
I don't have him.
Yeah, I got him. I'll invite him for you guys real quick.
Okay. Thank you, Pat. Yeah, man.
Over show, Pat.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
You guys did an awesome job in the booth tonight.
Yeah, this is the guy's first time, man, and I think we might have something going on here because it's only going to get better from here. So, you know, I'm thankful to both of y'all because at the last minute I kind of texted Will and was like, "Hey, man, can you help me?" But and he did, and at the last minute, Twisted, that I haven't even talked to, you know, but a few times on Discord, he said I'm more than happy to. So here's our 5th place finisher.
What's up, Diesel?
What's going on, guys?
Man,
good show, good top 5, good strong show, man.
Yeah, hey, you're definitely up there, definitely running hard, and looked like you had something there for the leaders if you would have had a little bit more time there, but
yeah, it was a little crazy. Never got any green flag runs. My car was so good off every single turn there was. I could have drove up underneath the people if I could have got a run, but tried to drive up underneath the Pats there coming off a 3 to get 4th, but caution came out too soon.
Right. Yeah, I mean, there are definitely a lot of cautions out there. Hard to get some green flag runs in there, but your car really seemed to be like a long run car. Is that kind of what you set it up for?
Oh, yeah, I always try to set my car up for the long runs with these 50% to 100% races. But I wasn't that great on restart, so I'd lose 2 or 3 positions on a restart, and then we never stayed green long enough to gain those back. So it was a little bit of a difficult night.
Yeah, definitely.
That seems like the smart thing to do would be to, like you said, build a long run car and kind of sit back. Really, man,
he's actually a top 50 guy too, also.
Yeah, yes. This is another one of our esports guys that you guys are going to see in the showcase, and I mean, a lot, almost. What would you say, Diesel? Probably 80% of the guys that ran in tonight's race are top 50 showcase guys. Or maybe even more than that, you know?
Yeah, I would say a good 80-90% of them.
Right, so
in the top 50.
Right, so you guys are pretty much going to get to see what you're going to get to see in the showcase almost. You know, it's the first night running, you know, they've ran together in lobbies before, but the first night they've ran at midnight together. And literally, this was a last-second deal. We didn't plan on starting the season for like a week. But with us, with the speed in our blood and everything, we're like, heck, let's throw a race together. And right, and I know Diesel, I seen him in the chat quite a bit, and I'm glad that he was noticed, and because I raced with him quite a bit during the esports, I joined his lobbies because I knew they were fast. And dude, great job, 5th place. Because some of these guys, you know, I don't, you know, you maybe do not know you as much as they do the Smoke fans and the FedExes and the people like that, you know, and so it's good to get. I
haven't got a chance to race with him ever, but I have heard his name around. He does strike fear in the esports lobbies, so you know.
Yep, I ran with him a couple times, and he's quick. Yeah, I've ran with him a couple times.
It was in a truck series somewhere, and he had a draft going. That was
congratulations on the top 5 finish. Inaugural race at Pocono.
I just want to say real quick, I'm excited about this league. You know, tonight was
share more about that actually. Right.
Tonight was a little bit of a, you know, the preseason shootout or whatever. So we had a lot of guys that have ran together over at Impact, especially like Bags and WVU and Slade. So we knew, you know, kind of each other's tendencies and to back off. But some new guys in there, you know, didn't know some of our driving styles. I wouldn't really say aggressive, just didn't know, you know, different people's driving styles. And but I think we'll get it worked out, and I think this is a good group we got going.
That's what the preseason's all about, man.
Right, that's what preseason.
If it was a points race, you know, this is why they're having the shootouts. Everybody get acclimated to running with each other.
Right, we're gonna work the kinks out in the booths, all the way from the booth to the track, and from the first 2 races I've seen already at the Midnight Broadcasting Network, dude, this is exciting. This is only the beginning, guys. And anybody, you know, spread the word. I was hoping to get over 100 subs tonight. If we only had it open for 48 hours, if it takes, you know, a couple of days, that's whatever. But if you guys spread the word, we're building a brand here. Yeah, go ahead, Will.
And I'd like to add this too. Like in my household, this might be a little crazy, but I am crazy. We have 11 different electronics with YouTube on it, so we subscribe to 11 different, like, don't be scared that, you know, if you got an iPad laid over there, you got YouTube downloaded on it, subscribe, hit the notification, hit the like button, you know, grab somebody else's phone at Walmart, standing in line, just grab their phone, you know, let me show you something. You know, this is as much as you can get, as many subscribers as possible. That's what we're trying to reach, you know.
Right, this is the future, guys, and don't be so scared to send any of us a friend request from the back, you know, even Diesel Piles, you know, and they'll help you out. It's just the way they are. It's just, we're going to be family here, and whether you want to run custom, default, A, B, C, D, we got a spot for you, right.
And so even there's going to be other games also, Roofer. They're going to do, you know, the Fortnites, the Black Ops 4. They're going to do the Rocket Leagues. This is going to be such a big group. It's all about gaming. This is the marquee event, is the NASCAR, but there's going to be something for everyone. Women,
exactly.
Children,
I'm excited.
I mean, it's everyone.
I believe Diesel's a legend over there on Madden. I just got my copy tonight because I'm waiting to get in that online franchise with him, so I cannot wait.
Sounds like he wants to get spanked there, Diesel.
It sounds like, don't it? It sounds like I need to get a couple of preseason games in front of me before I jump in there. But like I said, I just got it tonight. But I'm an experienced Madden fan and can't wait to be over there on you. We're gonna put on a show for you guys. Like I said, whether it's Fortnite, the other night I was talking to one of the guys that he had over 500 solo wins on Fortnite. And if anybody's ever played Fortnite, it's hard to get one. So, and he was talking about he wants to lead our Fortnite channel, you know, for the Midnight Broadcasting Network. So, like I said, you know, Call of Duty, whatever the sport it is, it's just we're trying to bring the whole esports lobby to everyone that enjoys watching it. And, you know, even if it's motocross, you know, it's so much better if you got someone sitting there saying, you know, hey, this guy's coming out of, you know, and we're going to do that for you guys. This is a brand, and we're going to try to grow it. So, you know, we're still in the very early stages, but the future looks bright.
Heck of a showing there, Diesel Piles, the top 5 of the inaugural race, Midnight Racing Network.
Hey man, thank you. I'm excited. Like I said, at one point down that green flag run, I was in 8th, and we were, and I was within the second of the leader, so. It's gonna be good racing. And
y'all was definitely mixing it up.
Yeah,
y'all was making it exciting for sure.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, when y'all put on a show, it makes it easy for us up here in the broadcast because we got something, you know, good to announce. And
I mean, it was like the old Bud shootout, you know, no points on the line, just go out there and race.
Right.
Yeah.
And like racing like tonight, it was all right that we had more gas pedal than brake. You know, when it gets into the points, all that'll straighten out. There'll be a lot more clean racing. Like you were saying, there's a lot of guys got to get used to racing around each other. Everybody wanted to win tonight, looked like to me, but you know,
right?
First and last.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Right.
Nothing goes to second place in that one.
Exactly, and
Cal Norton never got a
hug. That's a good one there. Man, we're proud to have you, man, and we're probably gonna wrap this up
top
because.
5, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
The
thank you,
more
I appreciate
talking we, good job, Diesel. The more talking we do, the less racing you'll see on the replay. Even though this is not 100% race, so we're probably gonna have a full video. But man, I want to thank Twisted and From the Back for joining me tonight, dude. Y'all saved me because I promised these guys they put on a race for us at Iowa last night, and I promised them we'd be able to do this for them, and we did. And speaking of
I
Iowa,
appreciate it.
anybody that wants, as soon as I get done with this broadcast, I'm probably gonna hit
I'm gonna take
Iowa
about
for
15 minutes to eat, and
Yeah,
I got a
I might
broken
check
back
out
still.
Matt.
I'm still doing all this with a
Right.
broken back, so I got to,
Oh,
get that
wow.
straightened out. Yeah, it's okay,
Yeah,
man.
I
don't
didn't
cry
know
about
that.
it.
Hey,
'Cause
well,
I don't cry. No tears,
them
baby.
North Carolina boys are tough. I know.
It's
And
in the game.
that's right. And Sean, man, you did a heck of a job, man. I appreciate it. And if this is something you're interested, a full-time gig, just let me know, and job's yours, man. It's not. We're gonna make things to where it's only gonna be on Friday nights. If you want to race with us tomorrow night at Iowa.
Definitely, Sean's one of the quicker guys.
Yes.
I would like to see him come out to our development league, and
because
this
he can
development
spank
Sean,
us to get moved
that's
up,
not,
right?
that's not a lower class of racing. That's just guys that they're bringing up through the ranks. I'm actually in there. We actually put on a heck of a show last night. I'd like to see you in there, man. I'd like to mix it up with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
what they want to see is just you're a top 50 guy too, as well, right?
Me?
Did you make the Pro League?
No.
Or Sean? No. Okay. Well, I know I've run with you, and you're fast.
Yeah, he's very fast, very clean. That's what they're looking for.
And that's what they're looking for. And like I said, Smoke Fan, man, he'll give you a setup. Whether you can handle it or not, it's a different story.
I heard there was 3% of people that can handle a Smoke Fan setup. So.
That's what I've heard too. But they will give it to you. I'm telling you, they will give it to you and make you fast. And that's what we're here about, is developing people. And like I said, the Midnight Broadcasting Network is going to be a family. So if you guys have any suggestions, just write them out in the chat, type us or anything. But we're going to go ahead and wrap this up to our shootout here tonight.
Can I say something, Rupert, right quick?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I appreciate it, Slade, NRG, all the admin, AJ Storm, all you guys that gave me an opportunity. I really appreciate it, guys. This is really cool, man.
Yep, same here. Same here, and I look forward to running with you guys tomorrow night.
Yes, sir. 8 o'clock, and I'm going to go ahead and mention our sponsors one more time, guys. Rodin Imports and Travis Braden. TR Braden at Twitter.com. Check him out because, like I said, top 5 up-and-coming drivers.
Thanks for Pocono tuning in. Hope we put on a good show for you.
Yes, sir.